Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We will make amazing dishes from the comfort of your home. Still in the festive period, we're going to be making something very delicious and enticing. We're going to be making chicken lollipops, guys. It was so easy, super yummy. I'm going to walk you through the ingredients and we're going to get right into the video. Firstly, we're going to be using drumsticks for this recipe. We're also going to be using some buttered milk. We're going to be using flour. We're also going to be using some lime juice for this recipe. We're going to be using honey. Yeah, we're going to be using honey. We're also going to be using some soy sauce, but this was meat soy sauce. We're going to be using some barbecue sauce, and we are going to be using this sauce. I found it and it tasted nice, and we're also going to be using mayonnaise for this recipe. For your spice mix, we're going to be using some ginger seasoning cube, some barbecue spice. You're also going to be using garlic and paprika. Now, to achieve our lollipop shape or lollipop form, we are going to be cutting the tip of the chicken, not the tip, but like let's say a quarter of the chicken, and we're just going to move our knife in a circular motion around the chicken to make sure that the skin is all cut and pulled out. So we are going to cut around the chicken to remove the skin, and after doing that we are going to pull that end off the chicken just like you see in the video, and we are going to push the remaining meat downwards so that the chicken lollipop will have enough bone to be called a lollipop, or enough bone to form a lollipop. Here I was struggling with this chicken was too stubborn, but yeah, you're going to push the meat downwards to give the bone enough space. And for the chicken to stand properly, I had to cut this I think it's like biscuit bone form on top of the chicken. There's something on top that you have to cut off. So yeah, and when I was done, my chicken was able to stand properly. Can you see? For a closer view, yeah, this was what it looks like. Just take your knife round the chicken. You want to use a sharp knife so that it just cuts off all the skin properly away from the bone. Then you want to pull out the end. Can you see? Pull out the end, take it off, get rid of that part because we are not going to be needing it. Then when you get rid of it, you are going to cut the biscuit bone parts and on top of the chicken, because that part makes the chicken slippery, I think so. Yeah, this part you're going to take it off the chicken. Then when we took it off, our chicken was ready to stand properly, and you're going to repeat this process for all your drumsticks. Can you see? You're going to repeat this process for all your drumsticks to make sure that they are all standing. And when I was done, this was what they look like. The skin was far away from the bone. You want to push down as much as possible to give it that lollipop look. So now we are going to spice the chicken. We're going to be adding our garlic, barbecue sauce or barbecue spice. We're also going to be adding some seasoning cubes. We're going to be adding the paprika, the ginger, and we're going to be adding a little bit of salt. And you want to mix properly. Make sure that all your chicken sticks are well coated with spice. And now we want to marinate with our buttered milk. If you do not have buttered milk, or if you can't find buttered milk, just use regular milk and microwave a little bit of butter and just add it to it. It makes no difference. While the chicken was marinating and sitting pretty, we are going to be preparing our flour mix. To this flour, you're going to be adding some garlic, some barbecue spice, some ginger, some seasoning cube. You also want to add pepper if you want it spicy, and you're also going to be adding paprika to it. You mix thoroughly, mix very well, and just set it aside until your chicken is well marinated. So when my chicken was marinated for about 1 hour to 2 hours, I brought out my chicken and I was ready to coat now with my flour. Now you want to coat it very well. Make sure that you are very generous with this flour mix on your chicken. Make sure you coat all your chicken with flour to give it that crispy look when you're done frying, or to give it that, I don't know, just give it that crispy look when it's done frying. It's also going to add to the flavor. It's going to make your presentation or your plating of your chicken lollipop very nice. It's going to look very nice when you are done. So when I was done coating my chicken with my flour, this was what they look like, well coated. And while it was sitting, I prepared my granite oil for frying. Now for frying this chicken, remember your chicken is raw. You didn't cook your chicken or anything, so therefore you would want your oil to be very low. You want your fire to be very low. Make sure it is hot. When it is hot, then reduce your fire, reduce your heat, rather reduce your heat to make sure it is very minimal, because we want the chicken to cook all through. Like, we want the chicken to cook, because if the oil is too hot, the outside of the chicken is going to get brown on time, and then the chicken is not even going to cook at all. Like, inside the chicken there will still be those residues of blood. You know that, like, there are some places where you go to eat and then you tear the chicken and you still see that there are still some blood residues inside. It is very gross. So you would not want that for your chicken. So make sure your fire is really, really low. Okay, make sure it is really low. So you want to fry, allow it sit, don't rush your chicken. So sometimes if I want to know if my chicken is well cooked or well done or thoroughly fried, you will bring out one chicken and then you will want to use a fork or a knife to just poke the chicken. Just poke it. If you do that, if it is not ready, when you poke it, allow it to allow it for some time, and you see this blood, like it will come out. Do you get? If it is not cooked, you see that blood, or you see like liquid that is still red. Just put your chicken back gently in the fire, allow it to fry. Okay, so while my chicken was frying on very low heat, I decided, or I am making my sauce to dress my chicken. So to make that sauce, I'm going to be using butter. I'm also going to be using 1 spoon of honey for it. We want to put all that honey into your sauce. Firstly, I thought honey in chicken is going to taste funny, but it came out amazing. Like, I did not even believe it. We're also going to be using some lime juice. I didn't use a spoon to measure, but you don't want to put too much because you don't want it to have like a sour taste. Then to that, you're going to be adding your barbecue sauce. You can use any brand that you prefer, but I usually prefer this brand. You can add your barbecue sauce. After that, you're going to be adding your meat sauce or your soy sauce, beef flavor. You're going to be adding your soy sauce to it, and I decided to use 1 tablespoon because this particular sauce, the taste is sharp. So if you put so much, your taste will just be too sharp and too, I don't know how to call it, but I usually taste my spices or whatever I'm using to cook. I taste them individually before adding them to my cooking, so I know the amount I'm adding. So you just want to stir generously, make sure everything is well mixed and everything just cooks properly. And after like about 10 minutes of cooking, I decided to add this sauce. I don't really know the name, but it tasted nice. It tasted kind of chicken, barbecue kind of taste. So I decided to add 1 spoon to my mix and I just stirred generously. And while it was cooked, I put it down for it to cool down. I put it down for it to cool, and by this time my chicken was already fried, well fried. I just what you do, just pour your sauce on top of your chicken and mix properly. Mix and mix and mix until everything is just looking juicy and ready to go, ready for plating. I decided to add this um I decided to add this leaf because it gives your dressing a kind of like a pop of color. If you also want more pop of color, you want to grate red pepper to this green leaf, and it gives your plating or your setting very nice and attractive color. So when I was done mixing, I just set it on the plate and I just poured the juice on the plate so that you have something to scoop while you are eating your chicken. And you want to serve with your mayonnaise, whatever mix you want, mayonnaise or barbecue sauce again if you want. And there you have it. It was very easy, very fast, and it is a dish that you want to try this festive period. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, share this video. God bless you. Bye.